How's it going? And Shana Tova to everybody. My name is Jack. I am Cantor Marty and Eve's son. Today I'm going to be taking you through a few wines that I think would look really good on your Rosh Hashanah table. They're all kosher. Some are mevushal, some are not, depending on your preference. We've also got a nice range of price points depending on what you're looking for. Now, all of these wines were purchased at Grapevine Wine and Spirits. So that is on the corner of Monaco and Tennessee, right by that King Soopers. Let's get started. So I've got 2 whites, a rosé, and 3 reds, depending on what you are going to be adorning your table with. I'll sort of go through some tasting notes, talk pricing, and talk about what I think would be a great pair for them. So let's start with this Chardonnay. Mount Tabor is the producer. They are based in the Galilee in Israel. This wine is only $11.79 a bottle. It really is an insane find for that price. It doesn't read like your classic California Chardonnay. It is unoaked, so definitely more about that fruit profile. You get a little bit of citrus. You get some tropical fruits. I'm getting some mango. And you get a little bit of that creaminess right on the end. It's a really, really versatile wine. I would pair this with gefilte fish, of course. Lighter poultry dishes. Also, this would be a really nice pairing too. Let's move on. A little bit further away, this is a Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. This one is Mevushal Goose Bay. They're a pretty popular producer. They've done a lot of pretty good stuff over the years. This one's a little bit of a step up in price at $17.99. If you like them a little bit crisper, a little bit more higher acid, this is the wine for you. Really nice lemon rind on it, as well as some that unripe white peach. It's really, really gorgeous. This I would definitely pair with gefilte fish or any sort of fish dish. Or if you're doing a vegetarian meal, this will pair well with a lot of those vegetable dishes, as well as a dairy meal, some soft cheeses. Really, really nice. Let's move to the rosé. I'm sure we've got some rosé drinkers out there. It's really nice. This one is from the Galil Mountain Winery in Israel. It's actually a blend of Sangiovese, Syrah, Barbera, and Grenache. Which is a pretty interesting blend, but that Sangiovese really comes out, giving it that nice lift, that strawberry flavor. A little bit of some rose petals, as well as some nice, sweet orange. This is a really, really great wine at $13.49. Really good for those who are going to be eating some of those heavier meat dishes, but aren't really red drinkers. It'll hold up just enough, but I would also look at this if you like rosés or having some lighter dishes. It's going to be really good. Let's move on to the reds. We've got 3 reds. 2 are from Israel. 1 is actually from California. I'll get to that in a little bit. Let's start. We've got another wine from Galil. I think they're doing really, really impressive stuff, especially for the price. This one is a little out of left field. It is a blend of Barbera, Syrah, Petit Verdot, and Grenache. So definitely an Italian-inspired wine. This one is really nice for those looking for something a bit on the lighter side. It's not quite as light as, say, a Pinot Noir, but will definitely go really well with any sort of poultry, especially if you're doing something with a bit more spice to it. This one definitely has that really ripe raspberry, ripe cherry. There's a little bit of new oak being used on it, so you get some of those baking spice notes as well. But a really, really fun wine, especially a good one to show up with if you want to be a little bit out of the ordinary. Really, really beautiful. Let's move on to a Judean Hills Cabernet. This one is Mevushal. This one is $26.99, so we're doing a little bit of a step up. This is a great mid-tier bottle. This is going to read like a pretty classic Cabernet Sauvignon. So you're going to get more of that dark fruit profile, that blackberry, black currant, that cassis really comes through, a little bit of licorice, and a little bit of dark raspberry as well. They're using a little bit of oak on this, so you get some vanilla, some baking spice, but it is not over the top at all. And like most Cabernet Sauvignons, this one's going to be much more tannic. Going to have that really grippy mouthfeel, but still have nice acidity on the back to keep it lifted. It's a really, really nice wine. If you're having brisket, this is the one. It'll pair really, really nicely. Moving on, the final wine. This one's very interesting. It's a red blend coming out of Sonoma County. Covenant Wines is the producer. This one is our highest end of this tasting. This one's $37.99, but it is worth the money. Covenant also does just a straight up Cabernet, straight up Napa Valley Cabernet. For $85, I believe, if you're really looking to splurge, but I figured this would be a fun, sort of approachable one to look at. So this one is a bit all over the place. It's got some nice complexity to it. You definitely get some Bing cherry right off the bat, some of that red fruit, but you also get that cassis, that black currant. There definitely is some Cabernet in that, and if there isn't, I'll eat my kippah. But a little bit of baking spice as well. They are using some oak to mellow some of those tannins out. It's really nice. This one's also the highest alcohol of the bunch at 14.8%. This is a really good, versatile wine if you're having brisket, if you're having a poultry dish, if you're having some vegetable dishes. This is going to sort of be able to hold up to most of them. I would be weary of definitely these two reds for any fish type dishes just because they're really, really big. This Galil Mountain Barbera is definitely going to be fine though. Lots of really, really fun stuff. Like I said, Grapevine on Monaco in Tennessee. They have a really impressive kosher selection. So if none of these really tickle your fancy based on how I'm talking about them, would definitely be worth stopping in there, asking around, and like I said, shelves and shelves of kosher wines, and there's some really, really solid finds for many different prices. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy these wines. Have a sweet, sweet new year, and I hope to see you soon. Shana Tova.